tell everybody on our Facebook Live that they should turn up the volume because the default on Facebook is always with the volume muted. So that's our first thing. Then let's do our little countdown. And then after that, I will make sure that we can start rolling. So I got some interesting stuff to go over. Here we go. Now ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hurrah! This is great. Wow, I'm so happy that you're here. Now, I had some interesting ideas I wanted to share with everybody about kids and about human beings, is that we're not just one of us. We're all, each one of us have component parts. And so we have our physical body, we have our emotional body, and we have our mental body. And so that because of that, they should all work together, right? Like a well-oiled machine. However, sometimes there are things that that just don't happen right, that people get stuck, and one part of them isn't flowing and the other is, and then they can get like conflicts inside. As a child, you see the world completely different. And I was reading just yesterday about how the brain works. And when you're a child, up until the age of about 7, there's almost like you're in a different brainwave state. That's why little kids are so much more impressionable, and they just take everything in. So whatever happens during that period of time can deeply influence the rest of your life. And that's why it's so important what we are doing as moms, you know. And we've had this attachment to them from the time they were little. So it's really important what I'd like to go over today. And that is how to listen to our intuition. This is an extremely important topic. Now, first of all, what is it? What is our intuition? Okay. Well, is it our feeling? Is it our instinct? It's a little bit of both, right? So our intuition. Everybody says, what is it? I had this feeling. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have done that. I had a feeling. You know, we'll get these like red flags or something in our consciousness, something that tells us something, and we don't know what it is or why it is. And we also, sometimes we don't listen to it. Some people call it a gut feeling. Basically, it's something inside of you that's nudging you. Your intuition is something that's trying to tell you something for your own good. Every time I haven't listened to my intuition, then later on I say, why didn't I listen? So why don't we listen? Either we don't know how to listen, or there's something blocking our intuition from us listening to it or hearing it. Now, sometimes the intellect gets in the way. Our mind gets in the way. We talk ourselves out of it. We'll logically, think, oh, it couldn't be. I mean, because logically, the guy says this is a great car. Why does your red flag say, don't buy it, don't buy it? Your intuition knows more than we do, more than you do. But it's your intuition. Why don't we listen to it? Okay. Well, I don't know if you've ever heard of the guy named Pascal. He said, love has reason that reason does not know. So our intuition is trying to help us. It's trying to give us something good that we don't know with our intellect. And how does your intuition work? So if you think of your consciousness as, here you are, let's say sort of like, let's see if you can see the whole circle. Good, okay. If you think of it like, say, a horizon line, this is the horizon line, and this is in the day, okay? This is when we are awake. There's the sun shining, and this is the day. So this is when we're awake during the day, and during the day when we're awake, this is like when our conscious mind is awake. So this is the conscious mind. So our conscious mind is awake during the day, right? Now, when we're sleeping, we go into our subconscious mind. And our subconscious mind is awake when our conscious mind is asleep. So when we go to sleep, we go into our subconscious mind, and our conscious mind goes to sleep. Now, when we're asleep, we're more aware of our feelings. Our feelings then become what's awake, and we get deep into where we really feel. That's when we have like dreams, weird dreams. We say, oh my gosh, that was the weirdest dream. Dreams are really super important because they are showing us our real feelings, but they don't do it in a logical fashion like the conscious mind would. The subconscious mind expresses itself in a different way. It thinks in pictures, and that's why we dream. So the pictures all symbolize something. They may not be literal. All kinds of weird things can happen in a dream that don't happen in real life. Then they're very symbolic. That's another whole area that I'm very, very educated in, and I'm very fascinated with. And anytime you want a dream interpreted, just, contact me. We can have a private session or something. So dream analysis is something I'm extremely well versed in. That's another topic. But in the topic of the intuition, this is where the more that you can become awake in your subconscious during the day, the better you'll be able to connect with your intuition. That is the secret. Now, it's not the only secret, it's just one of the secrets. And how do we get more aware, more conscious of our subconscious? A lot of different ways. One is through meditation. And meditation meaning sitting quietly and observing our thoughts and feelings. A lot of times, when I used to try to meditate, I would just fall asleep. Aha, but that's not a waste. Because when you're in that half sleep between sleeping and awaking, you can sort of sink into your subconscious a little and see and become aware of it. And then you wake up and say, oh, what was I thinking about? Getting the other way to get closer to your subconscious is When you wake up in the morning, don't just leap out of bed. I know this is impossible to do when you have little children because they'll go, wah, you got to leap out of bed. But as much as possible, if you have a choice, try to, instead of waking up shockingly, if you can wake yourself up, like say some kind of a gentle alarm or something that wakes you up gently, and then put it on snooze and just wait for a few seconds and try to remember your dreams. Try to remember what you were thinking about. And also, if you have a little like notepad or something right next to the bed, in the middle of the night, if you have a dream, you can write it down and see what your subconscious is trying to tell you. A lot of things are very important that we don't face during the day because we're too busy working, but then our intuition is trying to tell us something. Now, this is one of the things that the more we pay attention, the better we will be able to understand our intuition. One of the things about our intuition too that is extremely valuable to know, and I'll show you right here. See, I did not understand when I was little. I didn't understand our intuition is trying to tell us something good. Okay? Now, the basis of our security is knowing we're safe, right? And this is so important. Think of it this way. If we feel loved, that is our ultimate security. But a lot of times we don't feel safe. Here's the light. Here's the light. This is our spark inside of us where all the love and our connection to our highest good, we can go, we're loved. And within that feeling of love is a tremendous feeling of security, like being wrapped in your mother's arms. If we were imagining that this is our area of our God spot inside of us, where we feel terrifically safe and secure, and we can feel like finally we know that we're accepted. So, well, the farther we get away from that, the farther we get away from that security and that safety, that's the outer darkness. That's where people feel despair, loneliness, and they feel like they're not loved. They've gotten far away from that spot. Now, in little kids, and this is where, remember when I mentioned that the state up till the age of around 7, if a child has gone through negative experiences, and basically, which one of us has not, right? Well, some people go through more than others. Now, any kind of abuse or what they call adverse childhood experiences, those are ACE. So adverse childhood experiences, ACEs, if you have many ACEs, then those things leave an impression deep inside of us, and they can like form, they say that it actually affects our DNA in some way. I don't know how it does it, but it affects us in our body memory, so that we have these like triggers that will come up when something happens that will cause us to be restricted. Now, this can block our intuition, and this is how it works. Okay, when when you're a little child and you feel like you want to protect yourself, right? Now, it's our normal instinct. If something happens to hurt us, it's your normal instinct to run from that place that they're hurting you. You don't want to stay there, right? It's a normal instinct to run from hurt, to run from anything that's going to hurt you. But what happens if say you're vulnerable, you're little, and the person who is hurting you is your parent, someone that you depend on for your very survival. You're too little to go out there and take care of yourself. You can't just run away and find a job when you're like 3 years old or 4 years old or something. So what is the thing that a child does to protect itself then? It uses it puts a little hard shell around its intuition, the part that wants to run. And it says, oh, I can't run. I have to make friends with that thing that's hurting me. And so a lot of times a child will pretend or imagine that, oh, it was my fault. I was the bad one. Because they don't want to admit that it's their parent that hurt them, or that their parent's the bad one. We look up to our parents. We look up to our parents for everything. So they do a mental switch and they say, oh, it was my fault. It was my fault. Oh, the parent has to be the good one. The parent knows what they're doing. So, oh, I was a bad boy, or I was a bad girl, or oh, I was so silly. So we learn to agree with our adversaries, and we learn to block that feeling that wants to run, that has self-protective instincts. Now, the more a person is abused, the harder and harder it is to get into that place where they can hear that intuition again, because part of our intuition is our survival instinct. Our intuition will always try to warn us of danger, help us, and protect us. So this is the point. We get in a habit pattern of thinking that our survival depends on us being a nice guy so they don't kill us and stuff like that. So our next job, your challenge is to find out what it is that keeps you from listening to your intuition. And if you do listen to your intuition, thank God. Oh, how wonderful. It took me many years to begin to understand my own intuition. Number one, that it was telling me something good. Number two, how to listen, how to hear it and pay attention to it, and to recognize that it was a valuable tip from our own subconscious that's trying to help us. Why? Because our subconscious is closer to our inner self, our heart, our part of light that's inside of us. And our intuition is closer to that. In fact, our subconscious, the part of us that's awake when we're asleep, our subconscious is closer to what God's trying to tell us than our conscious mind. Our conscious mind gets in the way a lot of times. So this is your challenge. Your challenge is to be able to listen to your intuition more each day. And the better you're aware of what's going on, the more you'll be able to help your own little children how to listen to their intuition. And that's another whole topic. At any rate, these are vast areas that I love to talk about and am very, have a lot to say in. And so if you need any help, if you have things that you want to go over in your own experience, then take advantage of my private session that I offer, okay? So take advantage of it. And I think we will be signing off now. So if you watch the replay, put in your comments. Thank you so much for coming by. And I'm so happy that you're here. We'll talk soon, okay? Take care.